And it's 2 times. You could do it 1 time. You could do it 2 times. Okay, let's get into it. I'm gonna thank God first and foremost for everything, for waking me up, giving me breath in my body, all that good stuff. Now let's talk about this thing called terrorists. What's going on right now? It's breaking news. Trump, he imposing tariffs on Mexico, China, and Canada. So Canada and Mexico 25%, China 10%. Tariffs, is it good or bad? It's a mix, right? So I'm just gonna say it's a mix, but it's bad for the everyday consumer because tariffs is a tax on imported goods. So for example, China, if they try and send something over here that's $1,000, right? Taxes on that gonna make that now 10% tax on that is $100 on top of that 1,000. So now it's 1,100. So you put that in big numbers, it's gonna cost more on the long. It's gonna cost more for the retail consumer. It's gonna cost a lot more. So it's gonna be a negative impact on the everyday person. You get what I'm saying? So that for the stock markets, a lot of uncertainty and panic in the stock market is gonna cause prices of the stocks to go down. So this is gonna be more so a breakdown for NAS 100. I'm still gonna break down EU. You know EU, that's me, but I'm gonna break down. I'm gonna touch on NAS because I'm gonna be looking at NAS 100 a lot. That's the top 100 companies in the U.S. So that's going to affect the everyday consumer. Me too, a lot. Like everything about to go up, inflation about to be crazy. So we gonna touch on all of that. But really, I'm probably gonna slide in the definition of what terrorist is in this whatever. But yeah, let's get straight into the market breakdown. Can't do nothing but look at what the market's showing me. Okay, let's break down as we're gonna start on the monthly. Monthly is overextended. Honestly, price could come back to this level on the monthly time frame because price trading between this high, it's the monthly, this high and this low. So monthly is overextended. Weekly, weekly actually looking decent, but overall weekly midpoint will be right here. Be the weekly midpoint. Weekly trade range from this low to that high. So I'm predicting more so weekly overextended basically. Weekly just made a higher high. So on the daily, this way it get interesting. Daily, let's zoom in a little bit. Daily time frame was really interesting to me. 1, 2 candles, it's taking 1, 2, 3, 4 candles to get back up. And this candle right here, it showed me price trying to push higher, failed. This Friday candle failed, and now it's looking like price wanna continue down. So we're gonna drop down to the 4 hour time frame. We'll use this too. 4 hour time frame, just impulse. None is moving up what correctively. And now it could potentially be an impulse down. So if I move this from right here, so I'm gonna move this over, right? So NAS impulse down, corrected up, building what liquidity, building liquidity right here. So 9 times out of 10, I'm looking at downside movement on NAS 100. I'm looking at downside movement. Let's get straight into EU. I'm looking for downside movement. EU, breakdown EU. Start off on the weekly. Weekly time frame overall, weekly still bearish. Uh, Weekly still bearish. Daily time frame. Okay, what I'm looking at on the daily time frame, daily broke structure, even right here. Daily broke structure right there from this low. So overall, I'm still somewhat bullish on EU for weekly retracement because if you think about it, EU just came off of now it's at a lower low point. So a lower high would need to come back at least to retest this. But that's the imbalance all the way up here. But it need to at least start retracing before continuation to the downside. So I'm looking for I'm still more so bad bias on EU, but just gotta wait and see how the markets open honestly, because I'm expecting some type of gap when these markets open. But EU really projecting it's a little bit of imbalance right here. Not too much, but just a little bit where price is coming into. So I'm still looking for price to potentially tap down into that imbalance and then go to the upside. So really just expecting something like this. Price already started retracing. I'm expecting price to go to the upside from this imbalance area, or maybe just a little lower. But really looking for buys on EU, sales on NAS 100. We could drop down to the 4 hour. Look at it a little deeper. So 4 hour imbalance is roughly the same area. You could still say put it up just a little bit. Relatively equal lows being formed. Maybe, yeah, relatively equal lows being formed. I'm looking for a sweep of these equal lows, relatively equal lows right here. Tap into the imbalance, take off to the upside. So I just want to see price dip into this level some, even a little lower to fit in the rest of this 4 hour imbalance, and then take off to the upside. So still looking for buys on EU, sales on NAS.